Welcome to the night show, uh, the nightly recap. Man, yeah, I can't even get the words out. This is wild. My name is David Gokhshtein. I'm the CEO of Gokhshtein Media. That is Leslie Mota. She's the COO of Gokhshtein Media, and we're here to break down the news of the day. Leslie, what the fuck is going on in this space?
It's been a roller coaster. It's the Wild Wild West. And there is a lot of news. There is some breaking news right now. And I don't know if you want to go through the news or should we start with the breaking news? Because I think the breaking news and what just came out is a lot more interesting than anything else that's going on because we love drama in this space.
It is wild. For I don't know for how long I've been making these statements on Spaces, on obviously the live show, that the VCs are here, and unfortunately, a lot of the people that are in this ecosystem, we've let them in for no reason when we had, full control of our space, and it's just disappointing to see that happen. So news has come in. That Ben Chow has stepped down from his position with Meteora. Uh, Crazy. You got to listen to the 25-minute tape. You really have to jump in and you got to listen to the 25-minute tape. It is wild. It is definitely some wild shit. But that just happened about 15 minutes ago. I just had it was just a random pop up space on X for those joining in on YouTube and Rumble. Just want to let you guys know you can tune into those spaces. They're live on X, formerly known as Twitter. But we had over 1,000 people listening into this stuff, and I'm really speechless. This guy Hayden just comes out of nowhere. Like really, this guy Hayden has come out of absolutely nowhere. People ask me, "Have you heard of him before?" No, I don't know. I haven't heard about him until the whole shit show with Argentina. That's the first time that I've heard of him. This guy Hayden, with Argentina, comes out with the Liberty or Libra token, excuse me, Liberty Libra token, and that goes to shit. And now there's basically another thing that they went ahead and extracted plus 200 million plus dollars. And then like the guy is talking, I don't know who the other guy is. I think his name is Dirk. He's talking about, you know, there have been many and plenty of people that have stated not to work with them because all they do is extract. So
So some
I
people
got to
knew
tell you,
about
this
him
is
then.
crazy. Say that again.
So some people knew about him.
People who are running protocols knew about him. The people that
Okay.
are running stuff here that means something to us to onboard an off ramp, they knew. They knew. The DeFi protocols knew about this. So this is this is very, very, very disappointing that people knew and nothing was said and everything was like pushed to the sidelines. Like, whatever. The money's there. Give me the money. It is what it is. David, it's crazy. Portnoy comes in here and everything has been like he's he's the guy, whether you like him or not, he's the guy who just went ahead and ripped the band-aid off.
It's like he blew that lid off the gasket.
uh, Guys, you can go ahead and comment in the comments and we'll try to go ahead and read these comments, but it is, Leslie, this is wild. I don't even know where to start because this
It's
is
just
like it's like it feels worse than FTX.
there's so much that I want to say on this. I took notes. I was talking to Tammy earlier too. We got on a phone call. We were talking about this whole fiasco, this craziness, from when the interview dropped last night with Hayden and Coffeezilla, and then this morning he went on and spoke with David Portnoy. And I keep saying, David, and I am going to continue to say it over and over. In my opinion, this has been one of the biggest crypto heists that has happened in front of us. And some of the greatest crimes, they don't happen in the shadows. They unfold in broad daylight. They are disguised as innovation, leadership, and trust. And sometimes that is very hard for us to see it. But are we not taking the bandage off our eyes right now and seeing that that's probably what's literally happening right in front of our eyes right now?
I think people are in shock. I got to tell you, like somebody like I'm in shock because like it's not stopping. It's not stop. What Choose Rich came out with something? Hold on. Choose Rich came on some. Hold on. What is this? I just want to look for a second. This is nuts. This is nuts. I'd want to come on here nightly recap the day in crypto. Like talk about the good things that happen in crypto. What are we reporting on?
I
You
mean,
know,
there's a lot of good stuff that happened, but this is overshadowing everything else that's happening because I don't know, it's just kind of such a disgrace. And it's like I have a few theories about everything that's happening, everything that's evolved within the last couple of days. I don't know. It's like at this point, it's about pointing the finger at everybody. It's like, who's at fault? One of the things that I was telling Tammy today as well is that last night, the interview, I went back and replayed it again. And, at first, when you listen to the interview between Hayden and Coffeezilla, everybody's in shock. And then you're in shock with the faces of Coffeezilla. But then when you go back and you pay attention again to it, you're going to catch little things here and there. And then you're going to catch how Hayden says certain things and then backpedal and then tries to change it and twist it. And then one of the things this that I was also telling Tammy was, and then he goes on and last night it's like he admitted to certain things, right? And then this morning he goes on to Dave's live stream and it's like he was being coddled like a baby. It's like some people said, okay, Dave gave him hard questions. I'm like, none of the questions that Dave asked him were hard hitting questions. They were not,
yeah.
and I think some of that interview was like almost protecting your kid. It's like your kid went and messed up, did something. Okay, now we're going to do damage control. So now you come on my podcast. We're going to try to soften it up a little bit. We're going to try to soften your image. And now it's like, okay, let me guide you on what to say or not. There was even a portion where he was like, but you got scammed by Argentina, right? It's like, you got scammed. I'm like, bro, stop leading the witness. Let him answer on his own accord. And that's kind of some of the things that I noticed. It's like, to me, I don't know, you can see it. And it's like you also saw the interview too. It's like there are go look it up. There's FBI agents, CIA agents that talk about reading people and how they read people when they're lying. And it's like anytime that hey you would ask him or Dave would ask him questions, it's like he would kind of look up trying to find the answers of whatever the question that he was trying to answer is. I just don't trust this whole situation. I think there's just more to it than what we are being led on.
I just wanted to retweet this. Obviously, this broadcast. I didn't realize that you thought that way because I watched that. I watched the Portnoy show in the morning,
Mhm.
and obviously Hayden came on. Hayden Davis came on, and I'm watching it. I'm like, so here's my thing. Why are you still defending him? There's no way after he tells you. Here's my biggest thing. After Hayden Davis tells you that, you ask the question, whose $100 million is this? And he starts stuttering like he's having heart palpitations, a panic attack, and he's going through anxiety. I
But
mean,
last night he
you can't
had no
answer the
problem
fucking
to say
question.
that he had it in his wallet, but now all of a sudden you have a problem saying something when you're live on camera and everybody is seeing you?
I
But last night you
So
had no problem saying that you had that money, you were the custodian, and you were holding it, and you didn't know if you were going to pump it back into the chart, but you were holding it as ransom. So now all of a sudden he don't know?
why do you think Dave is still trying to protect them and give him another chance? Why do you honestly speaking, this is where listen,
There could
you
be
know
a
what
lot.
network
Look,
this is
David,
not
there could be
CNBC.
a
You know what
lot.
network this is.
There could be a lot of reasons, okay? I think there could be a lot of reasons. You know, if we're taking the money out of it, if we're taking certain aspects out of it, I don't know what they're going through emotionally or mentally, but you know, it's like maybe they have trauma bonding. You know, maybe he sees something in this kid that he sees that reminds him of himself, and maybe you know, people that are textbook psychopaths or have narcissistic behavior, they can get people to like boom, latch onto them really quick. They know what to say, they know how to act, they know how to respond, and they can say a lot of the right things that people want to hear, and they latch, you know, it people latch onto them. Secondly, if Dave really doesn't know the space the way he says he doesn't, he's going to hear words and things that sound magical to him, and he's going to be like, oh my god, this guy is very knowledgeable, this guy knows what he's talking about, he has wisdom, you know, and he's probably seeing glitter at such a young age, and you know, glitter, it fades. I
Do you think he's defending him because he sent them back $5 million?
Oh, abso-freaking-lutely. I think that's probably one of the reasons, because why would he send him back money but not the other people? You know, it's like, make that make sense. You know, it's like, look, one of the things that I when I was listening to it, to Coffee Silla last night, he was talking about, there was a wallet that um there was a wallet from that was linked to Avalanche. So that wallet that was linked to Avalanche ended up funding or sniping the Libra. From that same wallet was the wallet that also refunded Dave the 500 million wallet. The reason that people are tying, or he tied it back to Hayden, is because when Dave was doing his live, he said that that he got refunded the 500 million from Hayden's personal wallet, and that's how everybody went back and made that connection. And now that's how they're exposing, you know, other things and certain things, because he said that out loud in front of everybody. That was his personal wallet. So of course, now that they know, everybody went back and tracked it.
Welcome to the nightly recap. As we break news here, the rabbit hole continues to go deeper here as new audio tapes and text messages or telegram messages have been leaked out to the general public in the last half an hour. Again, an audio tape of 25 minutes, um, where you know people are just giving away names like it's
Left
nothing.
and right. And you know, and that wallet was also the sniping wallet that sniped. And oh shoot, my pen. Sorry, my Mexican pen dropped. Or my
I just you know what, I said this in the space. I hope that this is not the top. You
You know what
know,
I find comical too, that, you know, there's like a lot of little things that are coming back. So if I interrupt, it's just like little nuggets of things.
no,
Um,
go for it, go for it. This is
Hayden kept saying too that he didn't know what sniping is, how snipers work, etc. But then yet he was talking about sniping the project, and that they were sniping it, and they go in and snipe to beat other snipers, you know, the bottom floor, and then they pull from liquidity. That way, if to beat the sniper, so if the floor drops, they can go back and inject that liquidity. I'm like, okay, so you're saying that you don't know how snipers work, but then you understand sniping the chart and or funding the snipers. So I don't know. There's just a lot that doesn't make sense. You know, it makes sense,
I
but it
think
doesn't.
I think CoffeeZilla, number one, I want to give him a shout out. I think he did a phenomenal job on the interview. I know people wanted to see the hard hitting, version, but I think he did the right thing, allowing him allowing him to talk. You know,
Mhm.
this guy just talked his way into just like saying everything, like all these shocking things that came out yesterday was the ability for CoffeeZilla to sit back and say, "You go ahead and talk. Go ahead, dig your own grave." And that strategy obviously worked. This guy was digging his own grave yesterday with the Melania thing too. That was a shocker. I'm literally sitting in this office. I'm sitting at the desk and I'm watching this, and the Melania thing hits. I'm like, holy shit. Holy fucking shit. I cannot believe this.
So now
This
I
is
believe,
crazy.
yeah, in my opinion, and okay, they had a part of tanking the shark. They went and sniped, and he even
And
confirmed it.
they said they were selling. They said they were selling, right? So what else they he stated Hayden stated that they were a part of 60 projects. They participated in 60 projects, right? What are these 60 projects that they participated in? And like how many people got destroyed on them? You know?
Mhm.
Uh and now, to me it's like, Dave, you got to get away from this. Like Portnoy has to get away from this guy. Like there is no way that you can vouch for him. Like it is bad. Like if Portnoy is still vouching for him after today, then there's more to everything because the screenshots
Absolutely.
here, I'll read one of these things because I can't put it up on here on screen. I mean, unless you can, I can't, but I will go ahead and just read it. Um,
From who is it?
this is from Hayden while he's talking to, the Meteora guys and all that, like and the market makers. Where is this thing? I'm trying to get it up here. He says, and his brother's in this also. Don't forget, his brother apparently is in this as well. Hayden goes, this guy Vlad, I don't know who this guy Vlad is. I got to find out who Vlad is. But this is conversations with DeFi Tuna and with Hayden's VC company. This guy Vlad goes, I also don't know your long term goals. You want to continue pump or you want to distribute all mates ASAP. So Hayden
What does that
Davis
mean?
goes, yeah, fellas, to be honest, we are trying to max extract on this one. These founders, I don't know if they are bad guys or good guys. Normally, we are very keyed into the launch, but this guy is weird. So essentially saying, like, yo, we want to max extract as much as we want to take as much money out of here as possible. That's what he's saying. That is exactly what he's saying. There's no, oh, he accidentally, no, there's no accidentals in this. This is him trying to legit, what the fuck is this? He's trying legit to extract as much money as possible. That's it. If I'm telling you right now, after hearing that tape, after seeing these new DMs, obviously I'll see what we'll see what Choose Rich did, aka Nick O'Neill. He went ahead and put together his own video on the stuff that he's collected. You know, I can't see him standing by him anymore. That's it. Like you cannot. There is no way in hell that like I'd be fucking very very surprised.
Yeah, and when he even asked him if they rug pull, and he's like, "I don't think this is considered a rug pull. It's a project gone wrong." Like, I'm like, "Bro, and what like the thought process of this guy, and even when he asked him, "Do you think that it's even okay for you to snipe your own project that you launched?" And he's like, "Yeah, I think that's completely okay and normal."
Did you see Zilla's face when he said that?
Oh yeah, I'm like, it's like even me rewatching it again, it's like I'm having the same reaction, and I'm like, if that is not insider trading 101, then I don't know what is. It's an employee launching, and then going and buying shared trades of the company, knowing it's gonna launch at a certain time or when it's gonna like.
I've
But
been here. I've been here for so many years and cycles. I've never seen something like this. I can tell you I have never. I like at this point in my life I enjoy participating in all this stuff in terms of like reporting and news and all that stuff. I've never like I thought FTX was bad. I'll go right back to FTX. I thought FTX was bad. But this is your own people in this now. And what I mean by your own people, what I
yeah.
mean by your own people is these are our people, right? These are supposedly our people and our platforms that we're using to build on, right? This isn't. I've been this. I feel I
Yep.
want it to be wrong. I want it to be wrong, Leslie, and I want to
But
be wrong.
the flags are there, the writing is on the wall. It's like you can't just be blinded and oblivious to it. Look, like Wolf Pup, yes, that's kind of what we talked about earlier. So Wolf Pup said he didn't know how the snipers snipe these projects yet. He told Dave they could snipe his coin when they create it. Exactly. And that's what we were talking earlier too, that on Kopzilla's podcast last night, he also said the same thing, that he didn't know how the snipers worked, but yet he understands how to fund snipers and that they were using snipers to go and snipe the project so they can outrun or front run the other snipers, so then they can liquidate, so they can inject back into the floor if it goes down. So I'm like, okay, which one is it? Do you know? Don't you know? It's like he's very contradictory to what he says.
So, I mean, I would love to get Dave on, whether it's the nightly recap, the breakdown. I would just like to talk to him because, first of all, I don't want to accuse anybody of anything, right? I just want to I want to have a conversation, but I just want to ask him, like, yo, at some point, like, if tomorrow, I'm telling you right now, here's how I'm warning you guys ahead of time. This is how I'm operating. The benefit, the benefit of the doubt, I will give. Okay, even though you might be looking at me, Leslie, and I see that stare, I know when you look at me that way, I know where you're going with this. I will give him the benefit of the doubt. Okay. If tomorrow he doesn't, or even by tonight, if he doesn't slide away from Hayden, that's going to tell me it's deeper than rap. I'm sorry, I'm using Brooklyn terminology here, but it's going to tell me this is deeper than we all fucking know. Because there ain't no way a multimillionaire who runs a fucking successful media company, okay, is going to defend a 24-year-old or a 28-year-old. I don't even know how old he is at this point, okay? It goes from 24 to 28. Somewhere in the middle is his age. There is no way he is defending a guy who wore the ugliest sweater in the world that I've ever seen in my goddamn life. Okay. And that shit costs $800, looking like a football player, looking like a super villain. If you're still defending him after all this,
Well, and then okay, so you're defending him after this, but then, and if you go back and look at the live stream between Hayden and Dave, there was one point too where Hayden even mentioned of doing a Barstool meme coin, right? And then he was talking about like, oh, you know what? We can do something with Libra and we can uh I don't remember how he worded it or how he phrased it, talking about if we
well, they
create
said they said the plan was to create the Barstool token
Mhm.
and have it somewhat incorporated with the meme token that has no value, which he said to CoffeeZilla, right? He said memes have no value, yet they created Libra to somehow implement blockchain in Argentina. Makes mad sense, right? Confusing as fuck, right? Memes don't have a value, but we're gonna build on this meme, I guess. Or it's a test, which that's what they went back to. But somehow they would interconnect And it would give him also the ability to sit down with the president of Argentina, Milei, President Milei, to sit down with him and do another interview because he's done one with Trump. Now it would have gave him an opportunity to sit down with somebody like Milei and do an interview with him. So this was what I guess was being sold to Dave Portnoy, and maybe that was exciting for him and obviously the Barstool brand. But after hearing even that, forget about the news that came out today. Even hearing everything that happened with CoffeeZilla and all that stuff, I don't know how you defend him.
But
Like,
but what I'm saying, I'm not speaking in regards to that. I'm speaking in regards to when Hayden was on Dave's live today, and towards the end, he talked about, building out the Barstool coin, and then somehow incorporating Libra, giving it some utility, or if people held Libra, incorporating it some way somehow into the Barstool coin. I mean, Dave didn't rebuttal. He didn't say no. He didn't say anything. And then right after, he was like, oh, and I think that the president of Argentina is going to back this coin again. And he's going to back it. And I have a feeling, whatever. And then after that broadcast ended, like 15 minutes later or so, all of a sudden there's a tweet. I think I have a conspiracy theory. I think this heist is bigger than we think we are. I think that the people that are committing this heist right in front of us is Hayden and his group of people, whoever is he's working with, and some people are just getting caught in the crossfire. Now, guys, I do watch crime series, heist and stuff like that. So this is just a conspiracy theory, and I'm thinking some people are getting crossed in the crossfire. It's like, who's probably working with the president that's not that clean, or is probably trying to frame him, that probably Hayden and his crew paid him off to be like, hey, at this point I want you to repost and retweet, trying to get the chart back up, because now that people are aware that he refunded money back to Dave, people are probably, why haven't you refunded money back to us? So now he's trying to look for a quick pump. I don't know, Dave. I just think that at this point, you have to really come into the space and lead by example. If you promise the people something, stay true to your world, and have integrity. It's like, integrity in this space and around people, especially if you have a huge following. It's the foundation of trust, respect, and longevity. It's what separates those who build legacies, because he has built a legacy, from those who are chasing short-term wins. But in this space, it's like he's also doing the same thing. He's doing short-term wins. And you can have talent, you can have the resources, you can have the connections, but if your word means nothing, neither does your success. In this space, your word means a lot.
more news coming out. As we are here, if you guys want to retweet from all channels, it would be appreciated. More news coming out right now, which is Jupiter, um, Meow. Apparently, Meow. I don't know who Meow is. Okay, but that's what Meow is. What the handle goes by. I'm Meow from Jupiter, and I also co-founded Meteora. Uh, I don't know. The whole message is in here. It's copy and pasted, but they have hired a legal team, and that legal team is the same legal team that represented FTX. Okay, I honestly, I honestly, I think, I think, I don't think Dave realizes how deep he's in. That's what I. That is my belief right now. I think he wants to trust people, and he's stuck right now, and he's trying to. I don't even got nothing. Honestly, I'm trying to. I am really trying to think of a scenario here. Wow, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Very, very crazy.
I have I can't even defend him no more. I want to because, like, in order, I am. I don't know. I know him from the Web 2 world, right? You know, and I feel like I'm repetitive, but I know him from the Web 2 world. I know what he's built. Nobody's built something like that. Nobody's built something that it's really big. It's a big entity. You know, I don't know if he's. I, I'm wondering because I know the business. I
Look,
know
David,
Barstool has
whatever
been.
is happening, the truth
No, no,
will
no.
always reveal itself.
I know that, and I agree with you. But I feel like Barstool is struggling, maybe because there were when Dave Portnoy took over Barstool because he sold it to Penn. Penn sold it back to him for $1. Okay, he took over. Erica's not there no more. Erica, who used to be the CEO, who turned that company into a behemoth. Okay,
Mhm.
Erica had everything to do with turning around that company. So she's not there no more. And now he's paying, I think he's paying everybody out of his pocket. And he keeps on saying, he's come on and he's said this many times. I'm trying to hire, I'm trying to hire people for this company because I'm trying to compete with FanDuel. I'm trying to compete with all these sports betting companies. I need money. I need to figure out a way of getting money. And he believed that starting a token, right? I'm just going off of everything he's put out here on video. He believes that starting a token that is Barstool that he creates would save or allow him to hire more people or be competitive in that field to get the top talent onto Barstool when it comes to sports betting or for content creation.
You know,
And now, like, it's almost like he went way. He's. I almost feel like he's crossed a certain line where it's like the intentions are good. He's following the wrong people, and he's gonna really fuck up Barstool. He is, and
look,
he can do. The whole thing is,
when you're
and I'm
in
gonna
a
give you the mic.
pickle,
He could do this. Leslie. He can do this without anybody. He can launch a token named Barstool, get some people in after he launches it, and start building it out. Start building it out. Go ahead, Leslie. I don't mean to interrupt. It's just mind-boggling.
yeah, I think, it's like he had a little bit a taste of what he can do in the space, how quickly he can get money, but it's like in this space too, it's like you can make money quick, but at what point are you going to continue dumping on your followers and your people and people that are trying to also make a quick buck or survive? And I don't know. I think right now he's like in a place where he's chasing short-term wins, especially if you're saying that he needs money, he needs to hire people. His business doesn't have the liquidity that it once had and he's trying to get it. I don't know. I can't speak on that. You know that I don't like to speak on things that I don't know or I don't have facts. But it's like, sometimes when you chase short term wins, you are going to get wrecked and you're going to wreck a lot of people that are on the journey with you, you know?
Welcome to the nightly recap with me. My name is David Gokshin. If you're tuning in for the first time, that's Leslie Moda, CEO, COO. We are on here every Monday through Fridays, 9 o'clock p.m. Excuse me. Shit, I've been on here for a very long time. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We started 15 minutes late. We were hosting a space. A lot of you guys were in that space, and like at 8:50, I would say at around 8:30. Everything started coming out. All these tapes and all these receipts started to hit the internet, and it was like, holy shit! Like, what is happening? I thought we were done. I really thought we were done. I would say this. I'm go- I'm back on Ethereum. I have my Solana plays. I have Solana. I have my Solana plays.
David, you can't say that because then tomorrow you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be like, "Oh,
I know.
squirrel,"
I
and then
know.
we're gonna do another soul play.
I know. And I might have the itch to go back there and maybe just play
Yeah,
around,
so it's
right?
just like, just put yourself
I
on
can't.
timeout for a day or so because you're gonna come back. Remember the first few times you got wrecked on Solana and you're like, "I'm done with Solana," and then you went in
No, but you know
and
what?
had some place in ETH, and then now you're back again? Like,
I think I really do believe this. I think Jill Stool is the last one. And I feel bad.
I
You know
don't
what,
think so.
Leslie, I got to tell you, I feel so bad, so fucking bad for that community. Because legit, if Dave would just focus on that community, it has a fucking great
You
shot
know
at working out. I feel I just want to hug them and say like, yo, like I'm being dead ass, man. Or bullshit. I'm not gonna be sarcastic here. Like, I feel genuinely bad for them because half of them are from Barstool. They came in here from Barstool. They don't fucking know anything. So now the crypto bros have to take them on, right? And like, how many crypto bros are going to dedicate their time to teaching? That's me. Is like, yo, for 1 second, man. Like, I understand you got ego and pride, and you want to do this, that, and the third. You know what? You got your audience in here now. I'm not talking about the crypto bros. I'm talking about the Barstool Stoolies. They are here. They're brand new. Okay, they came here to follow him. Like, uh, I mean, like, that's frustrating. That is really frustrating. I got to tell you.
I think at what point are you going to realize that you have a brand, that you have a following, and up to what point are you going to wreck your reputation and your brand for a few coins? And like you said, being part of the community, it's such a huge community. I think there's a lot of amazing people. The last few days, it's kind of refreshing. It's a breath of fresh air to communicate, socialize, and interact with new people that are eager to learn, eager to tap into the space, but at what cost? It's like a lot of them have families, a lot of them have really never dabbled in there. They're trying to learn the education, they're trying to learn the ropes, but then they're seeing this person that they've always admired, look up to, just going in and out one. It's like, at what point do you take accountability for your actions? And that's the problem in our space, is that people do and do and do. People point fingers, but nobody ever takes accountability.
I am like, the more that I'm able to process this tonight, right? We were coming in here to break down the news, right? And I think this really is the news at the end of the day. Like, you know, for the last 72 hours, this has been it, right? It's been nonstop, Hayden, who's Hayden? Why is the president of Argentina retweeting, not retweeting? I mean, he said he had nothing to do with the token. He retweets it today. You know, three wallets get out with millions of dollars. Then he unretweets it. Then he comes out with a message where first messages were coming out like he doesn't know Hayden. Now he knows Hayden. It's like, what is fucking happening? Like,
Right?
really, like, this is our fucking space. This is ours, man. Like, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Like, how somebody perceives value is not the way I perceive value. Okay, and vice versa. This is a fucking great space. There are a lot of great people here, man. And like, it really comes down to the stoolies. It really does. Like, the ones that just came in here, the brand new people, the messages that I've been getting from brand new people that came here, and their first meme is Jill Stool. What happens to them? Yeah, it's nice that Dave, you know what, Dave? It is awesome that you have put in $750,000 so far into this project. It is absolutely great. It's not a project that you started. You went into it because you saw that it was, it was moving. You got excited. Great. You know what? It went to $200 million. You had a bunch of stoolies coming in because they see you. They see you on your lives. They see you on your X account. They see you posting. They rolled in, right? You can't just say, look, I'm in it and that's it. I'm not saying do spaces. I'm not saying do lives. I'm not saying stay on spaces for 9 hours. All I'm saying is, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, you already found the meme token that you wanted to go ahead and create. Stand by it. You got a legion of people that are behind it, that are fucking excited to be behind it. I just don't understand how you can't stand behind. I just don't understand how you can't see it unless it goes deeper than we all know, right? Unless it goes deeper, unless the rabbit hole goes deeper, I can't understand it. I can't wrap my head around it. Because if I saw this, if I saw a bunch of people, if I saw 5,500 community members and growing, if I saw 80,000 holders on it, you don't get 80,000 holders on Solana organically on a meme. Like you have it, and you have the people now that will transfer over to Barstool if you made the Barstool token. So like, it's such a disservice to the people. The people that like, again, you don't give a fuck about the crypto bros. That's fine. It's the
What
stories.
about your people? What about the people that have been with you through test of time? People that understand your true character, that know who you are. And now you're coming into this space and just, it's like, I don't know, it's just like a bad relationship where it's like you find that 20 and then you're going for that 20 and you leave your 80% behind and then you leave and then you're having a good time and then you realize like, oh crap, I made a mistake, I really messed up. But then at that point it's too late. Now are you really willing to tarnish your reputation and your brand for that 20% that has no value?
It's there's a lot to unwrap, and I'm sure, obviously we just jumped on here and it's all breaking. So, tomorrow we will break. I think we should cover this. We'll break it all down to where we'll go through all these bullet point a detail report about the shit that has taken place.
Yep.
It is. I mean, are we done? That's really the question. Are we done?
No, I think this thing is unraveling. It's like a pressure cooker. Everything was steaming and steaming, and then finally the lid popped off and everything is spewing out.
But there is one positive that I want to say about this, and it sucks that they can never say that the crypto community can't take pain, because we can take some pain. We can take pain. But the thing that I gotta say is, if there's any bright side to this, it is that Ethereum is just showing you that it is the place you want to be on. If
Right?
you want to create something, if you want to build something, it's on Ethereum. That's it. Bottom line.
Yep. And I
There
think
there cannot ever be a conversation until something legitimately becomes better than it. There can no longer be any conversation about Ethereum is dead, something's better than Ethereum. Those conversations, throw them out the window. Okay? Solana, I'm telling you right now, bet on this. In the next few weeks, Les, I think people start to exit slowly if they haven't already. They'll hold the positions that they're in now, but I think you'll see a lot of people start accepting the fact that the memes will probably do better on Ethereum than they will on Solana, because you're
yep.
getting away from the VCs. You're getting away from all this bullshit that's been happening. And I think there'll be, a base season as well. I think you're looking at Ethereum. I think you're looking at base. I think you at third. I think you're probably looking at Binance Chain because CZ's there. He's always won, so I'm not gonna bet against CZ. So those are the three things that I'd be looking at in terms of platforms, in terms of protocols. Those three in that order. And I don't know. I think Solana has broke the backs of a lot of people. I know. Hey, Solana Maxis, I know you're gonna hate me for this, but that is the truth. I have nothing against Solana. Zero. I hold Solana. So I would want Solana to go to $1,000 per coin. I'd
Yeah.
love that. But at this point, we're watching it melt down. Like the VCs have their way on Solana. Okay, the VCs have had their way on Solana. That is a big problem. You have all these trading bots and sniping bots. You have everything happening. You're at a disadvantage. You are at a disadvantage being on Solana as a retail participant.
Yeah.
So that's how I'll hold it. I'm not saying things won't work out there. I am definitely not saying things won't work out. Some of these memes will work, but like
I don't know. I think one of the things that we see time and time again, that there is some consistency with celebrities coming in here and releasing tokens. What always happens? We get rugged. There have been a handful of celebrities that have come in here and have been successful. But what I see a lot in the timeline is like people saying, stop buying into celebrity tokens, stop buying into celebrity tokens. But as that is the first thing that people run towards, it's like, at what point do we stop complaining and we be the change? Complaints don't fix problems. Excuses don't create solutions, and blaming others won't move us forward. It's like, how can we be the change? If something isn't right, we have to change it. If a system is broken, how can we build a better one? If the world around us isn't what we want it to be, then how can we be the example to shift it? It's like, at what point do we also take accountability for being in this space collectively together? Whatever. It's just like,
I am. I got to tell you guys, everybody in the audience, Leslie, I'm exhausted. 100%. I am exhausted. Um, I actually, before obviously we go, obviously we hold this show for 30 minutes and stuff. Leslie,
wait, it's been an
you know,
hour?
yeah,
Holy shit. Oh,
I
excuse
know.
me, guys. Holy poop.
Um, and by the way, welcome to the nightly recap powered by Gokhstein Media. My name is David Gokhstein. That is Leslie Moda. We head G Media, and we report on all types of news, not just crypto, politics, special reports. You'll be seeing
Yeah.
that moving forward. A lot of that
Yeah.
moving forward.
David, before we go, I did want to say that earlier today, hackers did hijack the Saudi Law Conference's official account, impersonating the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman to push fake cryptocurrencies. They actually pushed out two, but that has already been taken down.
It's wild.
Yeah.
There was an account. There was a government account running wild, posting tickers for all types of cities and everything. Yesterday, I got it. I am speechless. I thought, yeah, I am exhausted. No doubt about it. I am 100% exhausted. Just because I'm kind of disappointed. I'm really disappointed because we did so much building in the bear market, and I was so fucking excited. Like I was
It's a
so fucking
government
excited.
account.
Say that again.
No, it's because somebody was saying it was in his account. I said, no, it's a government account. I said government account.
My thing is like meme season. I thought it was going to be tremendous, and I still think it will be. But I thought like the bull run hit. I was excited. I'm watching this. I'm like, man, this is great. And then Pump.Fund comes in, all this VC shit, and it for the last 6 to 8 months, it has been choking the life out of the real memes and the real the motherfuckers that are really building out here. You've gone into some fucking complete and utter bullshit, man. And it's rather disappointing. I got to tell you, it is disappointing. This is not what I want to report on. I don't even think you want to report on this. I do not want to report on shit like this happening within our ecosystem.
No, we had a
You
lot
know,
of good stuff to report on today.
unfortunately, you know what happens. The negative shit always takes precedent over fucking the good shit that's happening in the space. It's unfortunate, but that's what it is. Um, it, like everybody's like, why are you so bullish on Dave? And I'll leave it here. It's because I saw the same crowd in the Web2 world, and I also saw, the our need we've always talked about in this space, bridging the gap, bridging
Mhm.
the fucking gap, bringing in the normies and onboarding them correctly, not as exit liquidity, but onboarding people here. That was is a perfect opportunity. Honestly, I just sometimes just want to say, like, uh, why? Like, perfect opportunity, man. Long term, you make so much money. Long term, this was like $1 billion play. $1 billion. Easy. And because some fucking kid dressed in a fucking, I don't know what kind of sweater that shit is. It all goes to look at it. Everything's collapsing. It'll heal. We'll be fine. Moving forward, I think we'll be fine. Give it a few weeks, but we should be enjoying the bull run. We should be enjoying the bull market. So that's all I have to say. I'm sorry if I am just so passionate about this fucking space that it's like it's stuck right here where I'm like fucking fuming that I don't understand why are we letting fucking 24-year-olds. I'm sorry about the age thing, but like why are we
28.
letting how 28? Why are we letting these kids don't even have a resume? I'm done with that. If you want to go over the news, by the way, that you wanted to report on, I'm more than happy to go ahead and do so.
We can go over a few bullet points. I'll go over them a little bit fast, and then that way we can go ahead and wrap up because we've already been here discussing the same thing for 54 minutes. So I'm just going to report a few pieces of it, not all of it, and then we can go ahead and wrap up. So, first up, Wyoming Senator Cynthia Loomis is doubling down on her call for the U.S. to modernize its financial system, this time by adding Bitcoin to the nation's reserve. As a longtime advocate for digital assets, Loomis argues that a Bitcoin reserve could offer unmatched transparency with 24/7 auditing capabilities using just a basic computer. It's time to upgrade our reserves, she said. FTX, once the world's third largest crypto exchange, has started repaying creditors after its dramatic collapse in late 2022. First in line are convenience clause creditors who will receive full repayment plus 9% annual interest on claims up to 50,000. While some expect the payouts to boost crypto markets, Marcus Thielen of 10% Research remains skeptical. Bitcoin bull run gaining momentum. Analysts say the next Bitcoin bull run is approaching, fueled by strong institutional investments and policy shifts. Firms like Mubadala, Goldman Sachs, and Barclays are increasing Bitcoin holdings while ETF inflows remain strong. Bro, I can never say like I really need to just study that type of language. Anywho. Up next, a new report questions whether the Fed or Treasury could buy Bitcoin for national reserves, possibly by selling gold or using seized crypto assets. The Trump administration is also exploring a sovereign wealth fund that could invest in top U.S. crypto firms. State join the Bitcoin reserve race. The push for U.S. Bitcoin reserve is growing with 21 states proposing bills to invest public funds in BTC. If approved, this could add 23 billion in Bitcoin demand, further fueling the market. Binance shuts down sale rumors. Binance co-founder He Yi has dismissed rumors of company sale, calling them baseless claims spread by competitors. She clarified that while Binance regularly explores partnerships and investments, there are no plans to sell. And that is all for the news today. Bro, está
So
looking for
Adam
drugs.
22, was icing on the cake today. Adam 22 wanted to drop, or he was dropping a token. I was like, well, we weren't fucked enough, were we? And
And
also,
I actually looked that up. That didn't he let me tell you, he couldn't even get that drop up to even a million. I think when I pulled it up to see it, because I was tracking it, probably hit, I don't know. When I pulled it up, it hit about 400, 500, and then it tanked. It's at 113,000 market cap right now.
we haven't been fucked enough. So Adam 22 decided, you know what? Let me fuck them some more. Also,
With no Vaseline.
Takashi 69 said he's dropping a CA. The comment section said, a few people said, keep that shit. And some people said, get the fuck out of here. So not really excited for Takashi 69's drop.
I think people shouldn't even buy any of these. And then, the more you guys buy, the more you entertain them, the more they're going to come in and making a quick buck and extracting liquidity from the space and from you and still making Solana look bad. Why? Because we've
Unbelievable.
allowed that to happen.
Hopefully, Solana takes a step back, reassesses everything that's happened, and it builds out better. Sometimes,
Sikasa. Read Sikasa's comment.
Shout out to Sakasa, man. My dude over there. I'm laughing. That was funny.
Everybody, you
All
know
right,
what?
guys.
I don't know why people like your laugh. Everybody likes your laugh.
Like, I just fuck. I don't know what else I can fucking say here, bro. But I appreciate everybody tuning in. We went an hour. It's just 30 minutes, so don't get used to it. 30 minutes, the nightly recap with me and Leslie as we break down the top news in the markets. This show will expand on other things, by the way. Again, stay tuned as we have some really cool news to come out with, and we're excited about that. We've been working hard behind the scenes to put something really cool together and take shit to the next level. So we appreciate everybody who tunes in and follows. You
And
guys know,
everybody,
man.
can all of David's audience please do me a huge favor? Go tag him in one of his comments, and everybody's like, David, be on time.
She will never, never, never acknowledge the greatness that she sees in front of her, like you guys see in front of you. Yeah,
I mean,
guys.
even if you're
Just
great, be on time.
I think this is a perfect thing to end this. Perfect thing. Support the real builders in this space. I like to also make this comment before I leave. Essentially, all these tokens don't go to billions immediately. It takes time. Some might take 4 months, some might take 8 months. Stay patient with the builders. There will be people on the sidelines heckling, tearing down people that are actually building. But remember, just like any business, it takes time for these things to build out. And if there are good founders behind it, if there are good people behind it, support them. It's easy to tear people down, very easy to tear people down. it's hard to wake up in the morning with some positive energy to support people on their way up. And I'm telling you, there are a lot of people here that know how to build. There are a lot of people that are grinding away every single day to make sure that their projects go to the next level. Show some support. Like, I'm serious. Show some support to the real motherfuckers out here instead of giving your time and energy to those that extract. So that's how I'll leave you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to the nightly recap. My name is David Gokshin. That is
Leslie Mota, the COO of Goksting Media.
And we will be back tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be breaking down this stuff and more news that comes out and that is trending. On that note, I'm out. We're out, right? Wow.
We out like a light.
Bye.
We're going to sleep through the night.
Want to end this show or?
Oh, you want me to end it?
Oh,
you can't even move. Oh, wait, you can't even move your fingers
Let me
anymore. Are
end it
you
for
that
you.
time? Let me go ahead and end it, guys. We'll
No,
see
let
you.
me